Welcome to milling machine chapter. We will continue with last presentation. If you see carefully, the up milling process is also called as a conventional milling, in which workpiece is held stationary and your cutter is rotating condition, or we can say a cutter is moving whereas workpiece is kept stationary. Now in case of a up milling process, a cutter will cut this material from minimum thickness to a maximum thickness. That's why the force requirement at the initial stage it is minimum and at the end it is maximum. But only the disadvantage of this system is what? See, whenever you are removing the material from this point to this end stage, there may be a chances of lifting of this workpiece from its table position, because all of you are knowing that this workpiece we are keeping it fixed or hold it on a table with the help of nut and bolt assembly, with the help of a clamping device. Once this cutter will start rotating and forcing to remove the material from this workpiece, it may tends to lift this workpiece in vertically upward direction. So this drawback can be eliminated by fixing your workpiece properly with a proper device. If you fix it firmly and properly, there may not be a chances of lifting of a workpiece with interaction between a cutter and the tool. So now we will once again, I have revised it with the notes are provided here. You can note down the notes. So there may be a chance of a question that write a short note on up milling, so that you can write it with a line diagram which is shown in above slide, and this is the description. So everything I have discussed. A workpiece is feeding. Here it is a colorful diagram where it is shown that a workpiece is fed in a horizontal direction, but it is against the direction of rotation of this milling cutter, and milling cutter will remove the material from minimum thickness to maximum thickness. Only the drawback is what? Because of forcing or gradually removing the large thickness of material in a vertically upward direction, it may tends to lift the workpiece in upward direction, and there are difficulty in pouring the coolant also because of this opposite direction of rotation of this milling cutter. So that's why there is difficulty of pouring of a coolant, and in the effect of this difficulty level of pouring of a coolant is producing a poor quality of surface finish from the workpiece. So we will go to now a down milling. If you see carefully a down milling picture, in a down milling process is exactly it is sometimes called as a climb milling also. The direction of rotation of a milling cutter which is mounted on the arbor, and the direction of rotation of this workpiece. Workpiece is moving in a horizontal direction, but now in this case the direction of rotation of the workpiece is in a clockwise direction, and in that same direction your workpiece is feeding. So workpiece is feeding means what? Initially it is fixed, let the material will cut, and then it is feed per tooth. So it is shown in here, that is called as a feeding dimension. So how much we are feeding it? So that is shown here as for feed per tooth. The direction of rotation of the milling cutter and the movement of the workpiece, feeding moment of the workpiece is exactly in a same direction. Now what is difference between this up milling and down milling in terms of a chip removal? If you see carefully, at the start when a cutter is in contact with the material, it removes large thickness of material, and gradually it reduces the thickness of material removal. At the end it removes minimum thickness of material, and at the start it removes maximum thickness of material. So the cutting force requirement at the start is maximum and cutting force requirement at the end it is minimum. Now as this cutter is forcing this workpiece material in a downward direction, so there are no chances of lifting of a workpiece. Even you can easily pour the coolant on from the top side so that it will cut the material along with the coolant and a good surface finish is achieved through this milling process. Now if you see carefully, only drawback of this system is what? As we are fixing the workpiece on the table with the help of nut and bolt assembly and a clamping device, and as we are moving the cutter in the same direction as a feeding motion of this workpiece, there may be a chances of play between bolt and nut assembly and a clamping device, and that play is called as, play means a small deviation in a moment of deviation in moment of nut and bolt assembly and clamping device. So that play is called as a backlash, and such kind of a backlash error is a drawback of this down milling process, and because of this backlash there may be a chances of vibrations set up in the workpiece, and those vibration tends to damage the workpiece also. So that's why this is one of the disadvantage of this down milling. Even though in spite of many disadvantages in up milling process, up milling is generally preferred than down milling or a climb milling, because once the workpiece may be a chances of damage because of this backlash error, then rarely such kind of process is used. But when your workpiece is a smooth, such like aluminum material, and if you want to remove the material or if you want to finish the surface of aluminum material, you can prefer a down milling or a climb milling. Whereas when you want to remove the material, hard material, then we can prefer a up milling process. So here I have shown the description also. If you see carefully once again in revision fashion, cutter is rotating in a clockwise direction or in the same direction as the motion, feeding motion of the workpiece, whereas it removes a minimum thickness of chip material and at the end it removes maximum thickness of material, and hence the cutting force requirement at the start is minimum and whereas at the end it is maximum. Here very small amount of friction is generated because we are forcing the cutter in a downward direction. That's why the friction is less, so no heat generation. That's why we are getting good quality of surface finish by this milling process. Now we will see the difference between up milling and down milling process. So first difference is, this up milling machine is also called as a conventional milling machine, and this machine is called as a climb or down milling machine. A second difference is, a workpiece mounted on the table is fed against the direction of rotation of milling cutter. Meaning is what? The direction of rotation of a milling cutter is in opposite with the motion of feeding of a workpiece. Whereas in case of down milling, the workpiece mounted on the table is fed in the same direction as that of rotation of milling cutter. So here the direction of rotation of milling cutter and the workpiece feeding motion both are same. Third difference, the chip thickness is minimum at the start and increases gradually towards the end of cut. As all of you are knowing that in case of a up milling process, initially it removes minimum thickness of material and try to force the workpiece material in a upward direction, means it is gradually increasing the thickness of chip. Whereas in case of down milling, chip thickness is maximum at the start, whereas it reduces to minimum thickness, or one can say it is to 0 at the end of cut. Hence, the cutting force in this case, it acts in upward direction, whereas in cutting force in down milling, it acts in a downward direction. So, exactly opposite way, cutting force requirement in case of up milling, as it is in upward direction, requirement at the start it is minimum and at the end it is maximum, whereas in down milling, as the cutting force act in a downward direction, initially it require more force and at the end it require minimum force. Because of large amount of cutting force required, which tends to lift the workpiece in a upward direction, here in case of down milling, less amount of cutting force is required. So, here we are lifting the workpiece, or we are forcing the workpiece to remove its surface in a upward direction in case of up milling, whereas in down milling we are forcing to remove the material from the workpiece in a downward direction. That's why less amount of cutting force is required in case of down milling. Fifth number difference, effective cooling is not possible due to cutting action, whereas in case of down milling, effective cooling is possible during the cutting action, because the direction of rotation is in a same way as like a workpiece feeding motion. Sixth difference, tool wear rate is more as the direction of rotation of cutter is against the feed, because we require a large amount of cutting force. That's why there may be a chances of tool wear, whereas in case of down milling, tool wear rate is less as the direction of rotation of cutter is same direction as feed of workpiece. Poor surface finish we can achieve in up milling. That's why this up milling process is useful for rough cutting operation, such as for milling of casting and forging parts, whereas in down milling it gives you a good surface finish on the workpiece. That's why it is used for a finishing operation, generally for milling grooves, keyways in the parts of smooth material, that is in case of a milling the aluminum like material, you can go for a finishing of the surface, aluminum surface, and you can cut the grooves and keyways. Various operations you can carry out with the help of down milling. So, these are the differences between up milling and down milling. Thank you. And in next session, we will discuss various types of milling cutters and various milling operations to be carried out on a milling machine. So, according to a nature of workpiece to be machined, according to size and shape of workpiece, different types of cutters and different types of milling operations are carried out. That we will discuss in next lecture. Thank you.